Let's welcome Dr. Shilpa.
I know this is a very sad fact, but yes, Indian healthcare system is overburdened, really overburdened. Everybody is overburdened.
To think about our mind, our peace of mind, I would say,
Yes,
and of course, money part,
yeah,
which is
right.
always a very
Yeah,
big question
yes.
for medical people.
Where I was, I did not see that extensive growth which I could have got here, which is why I thought of switching to this field. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's our peace of mind, our family time, our social life. Is it breathable? Is it 24, 25? The time was very slow. But since we've become 25 and crossed 20, I don't know where the time is going and I don't know where I am going. We literally feel like that. So sometimes I think we should pause somewhere.
There, welcome to the podcast named as Life with Logic and Magic. I'm Smita Kadam, your host, uh, life coach, NLP practitioner, and someone deeply passionate about the unknowing human potential. I'm helping people to discover themselves as a catalyst. We are going to dive into minds, stories, and journey of a people from the world of medicine, research, and leadership. Today I'm having a person, very young person. Uh, she is MD in Ayurveda, but in, instead of following conventional practice, medical practice, she has opted something different. And I want to bring that person to you so that you will understand that there are career options, various career options, where, even if you have done your MD or maybe you are holding BMS, BHMS degree, right? So let's welcome Dr. Shilpa. Thank you so much. जसं की मी म्हटलं की आय एम गोइंग टू ब्रिंग सम पर्सनॅलिटीज हू बिलॉंग टू द मेडिकल फील्ड. तर आमची ओळख कशी झाली हे मी पहिल्यांदा सांगते. सो वी मेट विथ ईच अदर थ्रू लिंक्डइन. आणि ही भेट खूप काळाची नाहीये, बट खूप कमी वेळामध्ये खूप चांगलं कनेक्शन बिल्ड झालं आमच्यामध्ये. आणि जसं की मी तिच्याशी ज्यावेळी त्यांच्याशी मी बोलत होते, डिस्कशन आमचं चालू होतं, दॅट टाइम आय नोटीस दॅट देर इज समथिंग विच वॉज इन माय माइंड अँड दिस इज द टाइम वेन आय शुड स्टार्ट डुईंग इट. सो मला पॉडकास्ट करायचे होते आणि माझ्याच फील्डमधल्या लोकांना बोलवायचं होतं, त्यांच्या स्टोरीज ऐकायचे होते, त्यांचे सक्सेस स्टोरीज, त्यांचे माइंडसेट कसे असतात हे लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचवायचं होतं, त्यांचे पेन्स काय होते. सो टुडे इज द डे. दिस इज अ फर्स्ट एपिसोड आय एम recording. Over to you, Dr. Shilpa. I want you to introduce yourself. Give me what is your life journey so far and where do you want to go further?
Okay, hi. Hi, Smita. Thank you for having me on this, your first podcast. I am as excited as you are. And I think this is the first kind of a podcast that we will be introducing something from our field, like the variety of journeys. Like you're starting it with me. Maybe we will have some more eminent personalities in the coming time.
Yes.
So a very best of luck for you for this future, and let's start it today. So yes, thank you for having me here again. And hi everyone. So I am Dr. Shilpa Girme. I currently I am residing in Pune. I basically belong to Solapur district, that is in Maharashtra. I have completed my BMS MD in Ayurveda. Ayurveda Samvita and Siddhant is the specialization for my MD. So this might sound a little different for all of you that I come from Ayurveda background and currently I am practicing as a clinical analyst in a company called Cotiviti. And to elaborate more on that, so like she said, introduce yourself. So let me introduce myself in one word. I would say I have been ever evolving. That's that one word for me. And to elaborate on that, I would say that I've always been experimental, fearless, and adaptable in my approach. And maybe in this podcast, you will know why I have been so blunt and so risk-taking so far. But yeah, that is me, and I think that's my definition. Every person is different. I chose this. So to elaborate more on my journey, so this journey, I would say, start somewhere from my school days. That in the school days as well, I completed my schooling from Solapur. That's Nagar, a small village in Solapur. So I started my schooling there. That's my hometown. Uh, I was good in academics, but I was good in sports as well. I have played at the national level as well. So, and I was like an Enthu cutlet in my school days as well. So then after somewhere that's the time when we are in 10th standard and we decide our journey. That's when I decided like where to go. And 11th, 12th, we were continuously exploring. And fortunately, Smita, today we are recording this and today is Father's Day.
Yes.
And my father has played a really key role in, guiding me here. Back then, that was 11th, 12th standard. I did not know what exactly I want to do, probably starting from the 10th. I didn't know what to do. So my father had been, talking to doctors and allied field professionals from our area. He would gather information and help me explore more on it. Also, my mother supported me because she knew that I am enthusiastic about studies and I'm good at it. So she was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you should pursue the best of it. So that's where the journey began. Then in 11th, 12th, I took both groups, maths and biology, as an into cutlet again. So I started off with that, but I was very poor at maths. And after 11th standard, I had to drop maths. I had taken maths because my journey, I wanted to do career in biotechnology or bioinformatics. That was
Reason.
something that used to excite me
Hmm.
that time. But somehow, because I dropped maths in 12th standard, I had to see for some other career. And that's when I started decided that I will pursue medicine. And after my 12th standard, when we were searching for colleges, the colleges that I desired to do MBBS in, they just didn't happen. And then I decided, okay, BMS is also fine. I was okay with doing BMS. Ultimately, my aim was to be a good doctor and probably a surgeon. Surgeon was something in my head. I wanted to do that. Again, a
Hmm.
daring thing. So
Yeah.
I thought of that, and I started. And as the days passed during my graduation days, I continuously, I didn't do it intentionally, but yeah, unintentionally, I was continuously exploring and trying to understand my interests and my skill sets. So during that time, I had, been visiting the clinics, doctors' clinics, used to go for practice, and just to explore my clinical hand there. After that, after completing my graduation, I had joined hospitals, probably the good hospitals in Pune, the NABH certified
Accredited. Yeah.
hospitals.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that also plays a key role in giving you the concrete, solid quality background. The concrete a base to start your career is where I started. After that, I there comes another point in my career, which was MD specialization, and I could do something in medicine or surgery, like I said. I was by that time I was interested in Ayurveda as well, but somehow I felt let's go to the core subject, that is Ayurveda Samhita, basic principles of Ayurveda. I did my MD in basic principles of Ayurveda, and that was because the intention was to keep my career options broad. After doing MD in Samhita and Siddhant, I can practice, I can do lecturership. Also, I can
Hmm.
get into research if that is what I wanted to pursue. So there was a broad field, which is why I decided on doing Ayurveda, Samhita, and Siddhant. But yeah, the journey during that is where I learned the basics of, literature, research methodology, documentation part,
Hmm.
writing articles, writing scientific articles. That is when I understood that I like digging deeper into, researching. That's when I learned that. And for a brief period of time after my MD, I did my lectureship. but that didn't align with my aspirations. And then comes the biggest twist in
Yes.
my career. Yeah. So I thought I am good at research. I am good in documentation. Why not get into some pharma research companies and do some research kind of a job? But that didn't happen. And I had just started my journey, my search for a new opportunity. And that's when I came across an opening for Cotiviti company.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the I saw that there is an opening, and within 2 or 3 days the interview was scheduled. I went through the interview process, which is like 4 to 5 rounds, and I cracked the interview in the first go. Though the interview is difficult, it has various rounds like analytical rounds, the clinical rounds, and also the senior personalities take the round,
Yeah.
one of the rounds. So it was a difficult process, but yeah, I went through it, and here I am as senior clinical content analyst after 3 years in Cotiviti. Yeah,
So you
that's
have
it.
worked in a both, means hospital as well as now you are in the corporate, I would say, because this is a
Yes,
your job is in corporate.
a corporate job. Yeah.
So what has helped you to adjust in different roles, so that you were very quick in decision making? I can
Yeah,
just pick up from your whatever the story you have just told
right.
us. So, what was the key element of
Mhm.
getting adjusted at various roles? Is it enthusiast again?
Enthusiasm is required everywhere. Even if you don't have the intention of doing it, have the enthusiasm. Maybe you'll fail, maybe you'll succeed, but yeah, enthusiasm was always there. But
Mhm.
one thing I would say is your attitude and mindset that matters always. Your attitude and mindset of adapting, learning, and ever evolving. That has helped me grow both in the fields. Um, I think we should always be open to what comes towards you. Try to understand what is coming towards you, and one of the qualities that the mindsets that I required was being open to feedbacks and suggestions from the
Mm.
seniors, the peers, and also I was never shy to ask for help. So if I was new into the field, I knew that even if I'm stuck, it's always good to ask a senior or a peer that, I'm stuck here and just help me out. It makes our life easy at the workplace, and it also avoids any kind of mistakes that could have happened in the future. Okay. Also, one more thing is always being cordial in the workplace, be it a hospital or be it a corporate life, be any sort of job. Always be cordial at your workplace. You cannot bring your mood swings, your attitudes, or your difference of opinions there. You have to have a smile on your face. लाईक ते मराठीत म्हणतात ना डोक्यावरती बर्फ आणि जिभेवरती बर्फी ठेवलीच पाहिजे बिकॉज या युअर हिअर फॉर 7 hours 9 hours of the day. Finish your work with a smile, with some brains, and with a smile, of course. You don't have to keep grudges. Be very cordial always until at least until you're there in the company, and of course after that as well. So
So
that has
I
helped me.
right.
Yeah.
I have a aligned question with this your answer. So,
Okay.
what makes you, or is there any practice you do
Okay.
which help you to keep yourself calm, enthusiastic? Is there anything you practice every day?
Okay, honestly, I know that the ideal life do meditation and all of that. I am not able to do meditation. I don't know. That's me. But yeah, I try to go for a walk that helps me put on the best of the music that I like. I don't mind if it's a sad song, but in the morning, but that's okay. That I like it. I do that. So going for a walk is one of the things that apart from work that I do. But yeah, to keep your mind calm and focused in work. I think we need to plan our day. Planning,
Hmm.
executing,
Right.
and keeping some buffer is important. So, I always plan my day accordingly. We start the day, I just write it down, whatever, all the sort of work that I have for today, plan it. Do not overcome it. Do not overcome it. If you overcome it, you will end up having, a bad impression at work. So plan, execute it with utmost responsibility, and always keep a buffer. There might be some ad hocs coming up, there might be some goof ups, some technical glitch. There could be anything. So always have a buffer is what I do. Planning the day, doing the urgent tasks first, and always having that the attitude that nothing is unsolvable. Everything can be solved. So, like I said, ask for help whenever it is, needed. So yeah, that's how I keep myself calm and aligned at work.
So, how was your life when you were pursuing MD? Because we have seen, or many a times, I personally have observed that doctors or medical MD students,
Yeah.
they are over pressurized. I had a
Okay.
one client who was actually just completing his MBBS, but he was
Okay.
overburdened with the work and all those things. Because of
I
that, he
understand.
was anxious, and he came to me that these things are happening with me.
Okay.
Actually, his parent brought him to me,
Okay.
and we had a few sessions, and after that he started understanding himself, because the job which he
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
will be doing was a like a service to people, and in
Yeah.
that he has to keep his mind very calm, very
Yeah.
happy, and all those things were there when
Mm-hmm.
you are in the service of serving people. And that had happened within just 5 weeks, because he was open to learn,
Okay.
because he was down to earth and wanted to come out of that situation. That was the plus point
Right.
for me, and it
Yeah.
happened very smoothly. So I just wanted to know that how was your life when you were pursuing your MD?
Okay, so first of all, like you've mentioned, he was an MBBS student, a resident. I know this is a very sad fact, but yes, Indian healthcare system is overburdened, really overburdened, and the doctors, since the internship and the residentship, everybody is overburdened. So we cannot deny that yes, we are overburdened. But you know what? When you have decided to step into that field, you should have that mindset that I know I am going to be overburdened. Maybe you thought of 40%, but now it's 60%. So somehow with work, with planning, you will cope up with that. For if you ask me, I did my MD. Along with that, I also practiced as a resident at some of the hospitals, which was also sometimes casualty, sometimes ICU. That was also hectic again, but maybe I was determined, and also I cannot deny that my subject was a non-clinical subject. So non-clinical subjects, we do not have postings like the he must be having the clinical people. So I did my college in the morning sessions. After my college, I used to go for a job, a resident job. So yeah, and but there at my workplace, I would finish my rounds, I would finish my work, whatever's there, and then I would start working on my thesis. Thesis needs research for at least 2 and 2.5 years. So I used to work there. So yeah, again, a planned work.
So do you miss working with patients?
Of course I do. Yeah, I do. मतलब असं नाही की अगदीच नाही. I am happy where I am right now, but I do, that human interaction is always pleasant. At the end of the day, you treat a patient, and while going, the patient says, "Doctor, बरं झालं तुम्ही होत्या, मला बरं वाटतंय." किंवा, after the patient stays in the ICU for 8 days, and while moving to the ward, they're so happy. They would just, bring a chocolate or something, or they would just come and say, "Doctor, तुमचे खूप आभार. हे झालं, ते झालं. तुमचे सिस्टर लोक छान." It literally gives goosebumps, कि चलो यार, at least we made a difference to at least one life in our life.
Yes.
So yeah,
So,
it
but
does.
while serving people, somewhere we need to think about our mind, our peace of mind, I would say, and
Yes.
of course, money part,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
always a very
Yeah.
big question for
Yes.
medical people.
Yeah.
Because being a researcher or being in the
Mhm.
research, I always felt that we are undervalued. In terms of monetary aspect, we
Yeah.
are undervalued. In India, especially,
Yes.
that is the case. But
Yeah.
when I joined as a in the research institute, it was like
Hmm.
7,400.
Okay.
So that was in
That is,
2007.
yeah. I mean, nobody would believe, apart from the medical people, that yeah, doctors and medical field people get so underpaid. Nobody would believe.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
So, what is the mindset which has helped you to grow so much as a person,
Mm-hmm.
not as a maybe career,
Mm-hmm.
not, but
Mm-hmm.
how it has helped you to grow in different these things, uh, roles,
Okay. So by that you mean personal life or just the professional roles?
personal life.
Personal life, right? So, Smita, I was always determined that, just because I have a tag of a doctor, I will be wearing the apron for the entire life. I did not think that way. Two
Mhm.
people can have the same degree and they can choose different paths and be succeeding in their paths differently. Okay, so I was never, I did not hold myself back because I'm a doctor. I should be, having the apron on and serving the patients always. I think my mindset is a little different. I thought that, I want growth, I want family life, and by growth I meant both, growth in the career ladder and monetarily always. I felt I came to a stagnant point where I was. I did not see that extensive growth which I could have got here, which is why I thought of switching to this field. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's our peace of mind, our family time, our social life. Is it breathable? Is it, that you've thought of, that you've aspired to be since you were a kid? So this is what I thought. So it's again the mindset that plays the key role. That yeah, I have the guts to stand for myself. People might say, "Why are you switching?" and all, but it was me who thought that, if it works for me, I will go ahead and do it. And now that I am in this field, I realize that, yeah, this field also needs doctors. So it's not that I have, stepped down in my career. In
Okay.
fact, I am growing, but in a different branch. And as a person, also, I have always been this way.
Mhm.
I have always been clear in my opinions. I have been brave. So that mindset has always helped. I never feared, be it handling people or be it at work.
Okay. So, just if you tell us that what kind of a work you do right now, and
Okay.
what is your role in that, and how
Okay.
your MD or whatever the work you have done so
Mhm.
far is helping you to grow in your this stream of like career.
Okay, so right now, as I mentioned, I am a senior clinical content analyst. I joined as a clinical content analyst. This year, I got promoted to the senior position. My work right now is I deal with some of the extensive policies. We call it through policies. We categorize it basis on the policies. So my job is, to review the documents that are being published by the federal US government.
Mhm.
For this, also sometimes the state government publishes certain documents. We work for the insurance companies, not, and we need to, we don't do direct coding as such, like the computer coding, but yeah, we give it on to another team which does that for us.
Okay, okay. My next question is that
Hmm.
if somebody want to opt this career, what are
Yeah.
the basic qualification that person should have?
Okay, so basic qualifications is you should have a medical life science degree that could be MBBS, BDS, BMS, BHMS, also BPTH, that is physiotherapy. You can
Okay.
have either of this. Having an MBA in hospital management or anything related to the medical field would be like preventive healthcare, MPH. So
Hmm.
this would be helpful. Apart
Okay.
from that, there are certain courses like CPC, CIC, CCS. These are related to coding. These are coding. These exams are being held by the US government. So these are the US government exams. So if you
Mhm.
have them, it's a cherry on the cake.
Okay.
You will definitely be preferred.
So this your company is US based, right? Is there any
Yes.
Indian company working on the same line or no?
Uh, I think there are many companies, I feel, but basically, again, it comes from the US itself. We need to have certain authorities. I am not very sure, but yes, we need to have certain authorities on the board who work in the US. I think they direct the entire work.
Why I'm asking you? Because
Mm-hmm.
we have a FDA, we have that is all are US
Yes,
based, or even
right, right.
in that matter WHO, right?
Correct, correct,
All these organizations are outside India. However,
correct.
Indian organization who is looking
Mm-hmm.
after the rules and regulations,
Yeah.
I feel there is a gap.
There is a gap because, honestly, the gap is not from the Indian side. In fact, we are being benefited because their system is so extensive. So their system is very, very extensive than our insurance system. And I'm sorry for using the word, but India has cheap labor. So they cannot afford it there. They have the advisory body there, and they will hire people from India and get it on the board, and we work for them. And honestly, what work we are doing for them is not there in the Indian system. So I cannot say that because if I learn from here, I'll do for something for the Indian system. I don't know that will happen within next 10 or 20 years also. It will
Mhm,
take
mhm.
much more time because our insurance is not that vast so far.
Right, right. So now coming back to the mindset and this thing.
Mhm.
So if somebody is stuck, what is your
Okay.
best advice you would like to give?
Okay. Stuck.
Stuck in
Okay,
life
so
or maybe
okay,
in career, I
in the
would.
career. Okay. So I would say one should be self-aware. Okay. Self-aware, self-realization. At least you should be having the thing that, yeah, I am stuck. You shouldn't be in a denial that no, no, everything is going fine, everything is good. No, if you know
Mm,
you're stuck, accept it
agree.
that you are stuck. Then after that comes the next step is that are you self-aware that where are you stuck, how are you stuck? If you know where you're stuck, if not, then there are people like you. Okay, get to people like you who can help you understand why and where exactly you are stuck. So self-aware and acceptance is the main key role. And you feel you're stuck, then understand, like let's say take an example of workplace, you say, then understand that are you not really aligned with your workplace skill sets? If your skill sets are different from that, then you should definitely change your job. You should do something that will align with your skill sets. And if let's say your skill sets are aligned with your job, but you are lacking in certain areas, try to work on it. There are different courses, or there are different people like you who can help you understand. Like maybe there is a communication gap, or you're lacking in the communication skills. Maybe people like you can definitely help them. So I think self-awareness, same lies with the personal life also. Is it that you are the problem or people around you are a problem? So if people around you, somebody is a trigger or a situation is a trigger for you, the worst kind of emotions are a trigger for you, analyze them, try to avoid them. You cannot sit with the same thing for years and years and still be like, no, as the time passes, I will be out of it. No, it won't change. If you don't move, it won't change. So try to eliminate the triggers, try to see what the hurdles are, and then focus on the solution. Once you understand the problem, leave it behind and just focus on the solution, work for the solution.
Exactly, exactly. So, in our society, it is like work pressure, stress, anxiety. Those are underrated, I would say.
Yeah, yes.
They people or we have been trained like हे तर काय सगळ्यांसोबतच होत असतं.
हा,
तू कुठलं
होऊन
काही
जाईल,
नवीन
थोड्या
हे
वेळाने ठीक
करतोय.
होऊन जाईल. हा,
वेळ वेळ और काळच
वेळ, हा.
त्याच्यावरती सोल्युशन आहे. सो मला
या या
असं त्यावेळेस असं वाटतं सगळ्यांना सांगावं की ठीक आहे, वेळ सोल्युशन आहे, पण किती
हम्म.
वेळ?
एक्झॅक्टली.
किती वेळ? आणि ठीक आहे, तुम्ही वाटही बघाल. काय
हम्म.
गॅरंटी आहे की तुम्हाला मिळालेलं सोल्युशनच ते एक्झॅक्टली असेल? इन्स्टेड
करेक्ट.
ऑफ दॅट, इफ यू ट्राय टू डिस्कवर युअरसेल्फ,
या.
जसं
राईट.
की in very young age you discovered that I am an enthusiastic person and I love to explore थिंग्स,
Yeah.
राईट?
Right. Yeah.
आणि त्याच काही गोष्टींच्या त्याचा पाठलाग करत करत यू रीच दिस थिंग, राईट? सो
Right.
सेम
Right.
गोज विथ मी. मी
Mm-hmm.
ज्यावेळी माझं MSc मायक्रोबायोलॉजी झालं, व्हेरी
Okay.
फॉर्च्युनेट होते की मी रिसर्चमध्ये गेले, बिकॉज मी त्यावेळेस माझ्या मोठ्या भावाला बघत होते. ही वॉज इन अ रिसर्च,
Okay.
एमटेक केलेलं होतं अँड ही वॉज ॲट
Okay.
युनिव्हर्सिटी लेवल. सो मला ते एक फॅसिनेशन होतं की मला
Hmm.
रिसर्चमध्ये काम मिळतंय.
Right.
सो मी तिथं काम केल्यानंतर, बट काम करत असताना अशी सिच्युएशन होती की जशी पाहिजे तशी ग्रोथ नव्हती.
Right.
There
Okay.
were both side
Mm-hmm.
lacking, I would say. I was
Yeah.
so not that much skillful person,
Mm-hmm.
and the opportunities were also very limited.
Okay.
And it went, and after that, when something hit you very badly,
Mm-hmm.
that patch
Mm-hmm.
happened in 2018.
Okay.
That time I decided that until and unless I work on my skill set, I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
pitch myself for any job.
Right. True, true, true.
But
Yeah, yeah.
it took very long time to discover that.
Right.
Instead of
Correct.
that, if I would have a person
Hmm.
whom I can just talk that, yes, these are the things happening and
Right.
you guide me. But
Yeah.
I want to tell you that when I was going through the anxiety and all those things, work pressure and
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, I would say,
Hmm.
I was not able to talk to my friends. I was not able to talk to my family members
Correct.
because
Correct.
of multiple reasons.
Yeah. True.
Getting stigmatized,
Yeah.
people will notice you that there is something wrong with you.
Correct. It will stay with you forever in their head, even if
Right,
you correct it. Yeah.
right. And that is the major problem why people don't ask help. You said
Correct.
that
Yeah, yeah.
it was me who was asking for a help. However,
Mm-hmm.
it is very difficult for a people to ask help because they think
Yes.
that what other person will think about me. And same happened with me.
True. True.
Now, with you, I would like to invite people just to have a
Mm-hmm.
conversation with the right person.
True. Yeah.
Be observant. You will start
Yeah.
getting the answers for your questions.
Right,
But
right.
if you are not observant,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to be like in a mess for years and
Yeah.
years.
Right, right. Even if, like you mentioned, today I found a solution, and I should also do a retrospective study whether this solution is working for me. I cannot sit with the solution for 6 months and a year. If it is not working, I should be ready to change the solution or at least change a guide, go to a guide. So we should know what is working for us and what is not, and when to stop hoping with fingers crossed.
Actually,
Yeah.
because we have been like की काळ हेच एक
Huh.
सोल्युशन आहे, याच्या जोरावरती आपण बसतो आणि मला असं वाटतं की दॅट इज अ टाइम किलिंग.
Yeah,
We are here
actually.
for a very very short span of a life.
Right,
We
right.
don't know and how much time we are killing with this mindset.
I know, actually. Smita, I have noticed that until we were 24, 25, the time was very slow. But since we've become 25 and crossed 20, I don't know where the time is going and I don't know where I am going. We literally feel like that. So sometimes I think we should pause somewhere and just do a retrospective study that am I where I wanted to be? Because there are hardly some, let's say, 20, 30 years left. At the end of the day, at the end of my life, will I be happy that yeah, chalo, मैंने जो चाहिए था वो तो किया कम से कम. You
Actually,
know, everybody earns money, but at least did I live my life? So कभी कभी रुक के देखना चाहिए पीछे मुड़ के कि am I going on the right path?
exactly, exactly. So
Yeah.
tell me that one thing, maybe a
Mhm.
fun thing, which
Okay.
people don't know about you.
Okay. So I dance like a mad person. But with the right people. So if it's my people, I dance like I'm drunk or something. So
Wow.
it's fun. Yeah, matlab Ganpati dance ka hai. Matlab it's like that for me. And yeah, I cook well.
Wow.
Very few people know, but I cook pretty well. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
at least my brother didn't complain so far.
okay. So
Yeah.
what is next in
Mm-hmm.
our this podcast that we are going to play a rapid fire. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So this is a surprise for you. So tell
Okay.
me that if
Mm-hmm.
you weren't in a healthcare, what completely random career would you choose?
Oh, I would have loved to be an event manager.
And why?
Why is that? Because I love it. It's a leader job, okay, leading the event. Along with that, it's a creative job. Everything is
Hmm.
creative. Ye sajao, wo sajao, call people, organize people. I would have loved to do that, एक ऐसे walkie-talkie लेके इधर उधर घूमो and coordinate everything. And at the end of the day, when the whole function is done, and you're like, wow, it's done.
Wow. It could be possible, or maybe if whenever you think about the another
Yeah.
option of a career, you can pursue
Yes.
too.
Definitely. In
Because
fact,
because so far you got to know that you are enthusiastic person and you can do it.
yeah.
I think you
I think I
think
will do it, once I settle down in my career more. And there comes a plateau in your career every time. Everybody does that. So, maybe that time I'll do something part-time karke event management. I might join some firm. I will. At
wow.
least on the weekends, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll tell people, or maybe whoever is going to watch this podcast, they will might approach you.
Yeah, sure. Please, event manager firms, please do that. Call me.
Okay, next question is tea or coffee to survive crazy workday?
Tea any day. Tea. I
Okay.
don't start my day without a tea.
One guilty pleasure after a long
Mhm.
hectic week.
Ordering something nice meal, especially in the non-veg section, a biryani and something with a Coke or maybe a burger and a cold coffee.
Okay. So medical coding or binge watching Netflix? What's harder to resist?
Okay, I love my work, but binge watching any day. These days, I am binge watching this thing, the old episodes of FIR,
Oh,
and even if I'm cooking, I will just keep my phone side me and I would be watching Maharashtrachi Hasya Jatra. I love it. I watch repeated episodes also.
wow, that's wonderful. So,
Yeah.
what's one superpower power you wish you had in your professional life?
Mhm. Okay. Hmm. Maybe super tasking, something like multitasking. So too many jobs in a very small time. I'll finish it off and I'll do something else, something more creative. I can utilize my time.
Okay. So, what is the funniest thing you have ever Googled during your work?
Okay, that was the most stupidest thing I must have done. So it was the end of the day, and I had to reply to a mail just with I acknowledge or something, and I couldn't type the spelling acknowledge. And I literally went and Googled acknowledge because there are too many silent words in it, no? T
Hmm.
पहले आ रहा है कि के पहले आ रहा है? I don't know. I was like, I'll just Google it.
Okay. Describe your personality as a
Mhm.
medical team. Let's be creative.
A medical team,
Term. Sorry,
term.
sorry.
Oh,
Medical term.
okay. Okay, okay. So medical term may not a disease, but in Ayurveda we do the Prakriti analysis. So I am of the Kapha Prakriti. So I say Kapha Prakriti is the term for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So morning person or night owl? When does your brain actually function best?
I am a bit of overthinker, so night is the best time for me.
Okay.
It's hard to wake up in the morning.
Mhm. One myth about doctors or medical professionals that totally cracks you up.
डॉक्टर्स बहुत कमाते हैं नहीं कमाते इतना we start off
this
with
will be
five
this
and
will
ten
be
thousand also.
shocking as well as people will get like surprised after
I
listening this.
know.
Right.
Actually, it actually does. They don't know.
If your life was a movie, what
hmm
would be the title?
Okay. Okay, it can be the bull.
The
The
bull.
bull. Yeah, I am a Taurian. I'm a
Hmm.
Taurian. So Taurians का sign ही bull है. So
Hmm.
yeah, I am like that. You know, I do my own job. I don't fidget into other people's business. But if you mess with me, you get on the horns.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we are
Yeah.
about to close, means wrap up the our show. What
Okay.
is one thing you would like to share with our audience that would help them to entangle their own thoughts?
Okay, I don't think there is one specific thing as such, but again, I would say that, you know, be fearless. Be fearless in exploring your likes, dislikes, explore your life in every term, be it your personal life, be who the partner you want to choose, be the career, anything. Just explore, be fearless, and be limitless. Like, yeah, we are not here for very long time on this earth. We have left for you don't know how many years, but yeah, be fearless
Yes,
and
thank you so much.
keep evolving. In fact, people say जो तुम बचपन में थे तुम अभी भी वैसे ही हो. I would really be sad if anybody says that to me. I really don't want to be. So if I was the same person who I was in my childhood, then what did I do for these many years on the earth, right? So of course,
Right.
I think you should find a different person when you meet me after 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. So yeah,
Keep evolving. That would be
keep
a
evolving.
nice or a nice takeaway from this
Yes.
entire podcast.
Yeah.
Um, if you have any question or any random thing you would like to share with people or with me,
Okay.
you
So,
are invited.
Smita, actually, I have a question for you since, like you mentioned, we've hardly known each other. It's been a very short time that we've known. I want to know your motto. Of course, I've gone through your website, I've gone through your Instagram. I love it. The kind of people are giving feedbacks. I want to know what made you do this, the career, your career option. I want to know what made you come to this podcast. And yeah, what is your motto in life now, going ahead?
Okay, so we'll address one by one
Okay.
why I came to this field. I'll address
Hmm.
that question first. So basically, what happened? I was very introvert, submissive kind of a person,
Mm-hmm.
and that actually held me back for a very long time. मतलब लहानपणापासूनच थोडी अशी शाय
Hmm.
इंट्रोवर्ट काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग.
Okay.
However, I love to speak with people. I love to uh, see myself as a very confident personality. आणि ते
Mm-hmm.
काही केलं होत नव्हतं. म्हणजे
Okay.
अपॉर्च्युनिटी मिळाली, चांगली अपॉर्च्युनिटी होती. मग ग्रो होत होता, बट ॲव्हरेज काइंड ऑफ थिंग. आणि मला
Hmm.
कुठेतरी असं वाटत होतं, की माझ्या हातामध्ये बॅट आहे आणि
Right.
मी ते टुकू-टुकू खेळतीये.
Okay.
जिथं की मी सिक्सर मारू शकते. इतकी माझी
Hmm.
कॅपॅसिटी आहे. सो
Right.
मला त्या इनिबिशन मधून बाहेर पडायचं होतं.
Right.
जसजसा जॉब, लाईफ
Mm-hmm.
पुढे जात होतं, तसतसं ते मला जास्त जास्त त्रासदायक होतं, की आणि एकदा लॉकडाऊनच्या टाईमला असं झालं, की
Mm-hmm.
आय वॉज अटेंडिंग सम वेबिनार और समथिंग अँड
Okay.
द that person asked at the age of 35 if you do not
Mm-hmm.
have anything to share with society.
Right.
Now this is the point, you should check where are you going.
Correct. Correct.
So that question hit me so strong. And another part was like ki, uh, which is the wealthiest land on earth. लोकांनी उत्तर दिले खूप सारे
Okay.
वेगवेगळे आणि आन्सर वॉज जे ग्रेवयार्ड असतं ते. Why?
Oh.
Because
Right.
people wish or dream so many things, but they cannot
Mm-hmm.
fulfill their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that is the wealthiest land. आणि त्याच्यावरती बुक पण आहे, डाय एम्प्टी
Oh.
म्हणून बुक आहे. त्याच्या
Okay.
हे दोन क्वेश्चन मला खूप जास्त हिट झाले आणि
Mm-hmm.
त्याच्यानंतर मग एक्सप्लोर केलं. मी ठरवलं की
Mm-hmm.
आता स्वतःमध्ये इतके स्ट्रॉंग बदल आणायचे जेणेकरून की
Hmm.
हा बदल हा लोकांना पण दिसेल आणि त्याच्याही पेक्षा जास्त मला स्वतःला प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे.
Correct. You know what, Sweta? Some people know they have some qualities that they can influence the world. They can influence they can put some impact on the humankind. So if you have the qualities, you should go ahead. You shouldn't get wasted. This life
Hmm.
shouldn't be wasted. There are people who don't have those qualities. They are something into themselves, but there are people who can give. So you should give. And people like us who know how to put down their thoughts should definitely give. If you don't, then it's wasted.
So that is the turning point for my entire life. That's how I
Correct.
entered into a training and coaching. And
Okay.
while going through my own transformation, I got to know that there are so many people like me.
Mm-hmm.
Every person need person or catalyst like me, whatever
Okay.
I'm doing right now.
Right, right.
Right? Every person need. It is just a matter.
Mm-hmm.
Some people accept it and ask for a help. Some
Mm-hmm.
people took so long time, and some people
Correct.
just die like anything.
Yeah.
So, but at least if I am aware of it, I should start working towards it. That was the thing, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how I landed on the different career path, that is a life coaching and NLP practitioner. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
helping people to how they can train their mind so that
Mm-hmm.
they can be the best, whatever they are right now. Just
Correct.
be best of yourself. You should like or love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is what happened. And
Mm-hmm.
now coming to the last question, that what
Yeah.
is the intention behind this
Hmm.
podcast, right?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
you having on this podcast.
Hmm.
सो इंटेन्शन खूप क्लिअर आहे.
Hmm.
एक म्हणजे जे मेडिकलमध्ये आहेत किंवा रिसर्च ग्रुपमध्ये जे आहेत, जे मी बघितलेलं आहे माझं
Mm-hmm.
लाईफ किंवा माझ्या सोबतच्यांचं लाईफ,
Mm-hmm.
they have so much to share with. It is not just research papers.
Right.
रिसर्च
Yes.
पेपर हे त्यांचं वर्क पब्लिश करतं किंवा पीपल
Correct.
वॉट टू नो अबाउट देअर वर्क.
Correct.
However, no one understand what their story is.
Mm-hmm.
मी अशा लोकांसोबत काम केले जे की 18-18 तास त्यांनी काम केलेलं
Mm-hmm.
लॅबमध्ये.
Okay.
18-18 तास.
Right.
सो आय वॉन्ट टू ब्रिंग दॅट. मला तो
Mm-hmm.
अवेअरनेस क्रिएट
Right.
करायचा आहे की यू शुड
Yeah.
हॅव अ ह्यूज रिस्पेक्ट फॉर दीज पीपल.
Correct.
लव्ह, राईट?
Yeah.
आणि जे मेडिकल फील्डमध्ये आहेत ना, कदाचित त्यांचं पेन त्यांच्या घरातले पण नाही समजू शकत
Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
बऱ्याचदा. आणि रिसर्च वाल्यांचं तर मी असं बघितलंय की मुलगा कोणत्या क्षेत्रात आहे, आणि तो
Mm-hmm.
काय करतो, आणि रिसर्च म्हणजे काय हे
Yeah.
दूर-दूरपर्यंत माहित नाहीये लोकांना.
True. Right.
सो मग इथं तो एक गॅप क्रिएट होतोय, जो की फील
Mm-hmm.
करायची गरज आहे. आणि जर
Yeah.
समजा का तुझ्यासारखंच आज जसं तू
Mm.
एम-डी असून तू एक वेगळा पाथ चूज केला.
Mm-hmm.
व्हाय डिड दॅट हॅपन? बिकॉज यू हॅड दॅट इंटेन्शन की मला काहीतरी वेगळं करायचंय, मला काहीतरी
Mm-hmm.
ग्रोथ पाहिजे आणि माझ्याशी अलाइन,
Correct.
म्हणजे माझ्या कोर व्हॅल्यूज
Yeah.
सोबत काहीतरी अलाइन असणारी पाहिजे. आणि असं ऑप्शन
Mm-hmm.
अवेलेबल आहे, हे कधी
Ah.
कळणार
True.
लोकांना?
True. True. Yeah.
ज्यावेळी माहिती असेल की हा, हे असं पण काहीतरी करिअर ऑप्शन आहे. सो दॅट इज सेकंड दिस थिंग, इंटेन्शन बिहाइंड दिस, की
Mm-hmm.
लोकांपर्यंत त्या गोष्टी पोहोचाव्यात.
Right.
व्हॉट आर द करिअर ऑप्शन्स इन
Yeah.
मेडिकल फील्ड?
Right. Right. Yeah, that's a good point, you know. Yeah, matlab, no career path is inherently good or bad, but you should be able to choose the right one, that makes you grow, right? And ultimately, career is not just one part of life. It's not the entire life. It's just a part of life. Your career should be in a way that you can breathe when you come back home. You should have a family life. You can have a smooth life at the end of the day. That's the whole point about career is not ultimately financial gains are not what we are here for on this planet.
येस, एक्झॅक्टली. आणि आफ्टर दॅट लास्ट
Mm-hmm.
इंटेन्शन हे आहे की तू जसं ग्रो होतीये,
Mm-hmm.
मग ती की एलिमेंट्स काय आहेत?
Correct, correct.
तुझे सेटबॅक, कदाचित लर्निंग लेसन
Yeah.
होतील लोकांसाठी किंवा
Correct.
तुझ्या लाईफमध्ये आलेले अडथळे. यू आर द
Mm-hmm.
पर्सन हू कॅन टेल पीपल की बाबा इकडे
Yeah.
खड्डा आहे.
Correct.
Because you have
Correct.
already walked that path,
Yeah.
right? That
True.
is
True.
so mindset. Because
Yeah.
entire transformation is based on your mindset, your skill set, and
Yeah.
energy. So that
Right. Right.
energy is at the base,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and energy is based on your intention. So
True.
there are multiple things which I talk
Mm-hmm.
about when people come to me for a transformation. So
Okay.
basically, they get transformed on these three levels: mindset,
Okay.
skill set, and energy levels.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope
That's
that
nice.
has answered you.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely did. And we need people like you, honestly, because career is growing, career paths are growing. There are variety of careers, and maybe my parents couldn't, they don't know about it, but there has to be somebody who can analyze and recognize my, skill sets and help me to find the right one, right path for me. So yeah, people like you are required, and thank you for doing your job.
Thank you so much for appreciating this work. Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much to have you on this first podcast. And definitely, going forward, there are so many people coming on this
yeah,
podcast. So, next episode, until we fix what we need to bring
right.
together, we
Yeah.
need to bring here. In next episode, I'll be having a person from whom I have learned about research. So that is
Oh,
my first and ever my friend as well.
okay.
That person is going to come on the podcast. So that is also going to be very exciting because
Okay.
that will come under the lab,
Mm-hmm.
lab
Okay.
masti and dosti.
Oh, nice. So you're already announcing your second
Yes,
podcast.
second podcast. That is,
Congratulations. And I'm excited for that as well.
yes, definitely, definitely. So thank you so much. We'll keep in touch and we will
Sure.
keep people updated about the medical
Sure.
field, right?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much.